So I did another poll on my community tab about if y'all wanted me to either do a LEGO Monkie Kid Season 5 theory video, or if y'all wanted me to do a Good Omen Season 2 discussion video. And girl, there sure is a lot to be discussed about that. But Monkie Kid won by a landslide, which I should have known that would happen since the last video I had posted at the time was Monkie Kid sus moments, and I hadn't posted anything about Good Omens yet. But afterwards, I did post a Good Omens animatic, so please go check that out when you can. It's only 41 seconds of your time, so please and thanks. Alright, on to the theory video. Who are the teased villains at the end of Season 4? Well, I thought I had an answer for that, but then my evidence kinda sorta vanished. But I'll still say it, I guess. So the only way I was able to watch the finale was the re-upload of it on YouTube, and in the comments of that video, there were people theorizing who the villains were. And in my memory, they said something about the 12 Kings of Chaos. But when I searched that up, I couldn't find shit. So if anyone has a hyperfixation on the Journey to the West and knows almost every detail about it, please tell me if I'm crazy or not. Anyway, moving on since that's all the info I got. What exactly is MK? I, for one, think that he is some kind of clay clone of Sun Wukong, with a hint of human in there since he obviously doesn't inherently look like a monkey. I'm fairly certain he was created by Nuwa, the goddess of creation, who was known for making clay animals. As for why she created him, I don't know. Maybe she was just fucking around. Or experimenting. But what's strange to me is when exactly she made him. Or how long he was a rock. Because clearly he burst out of that rock in modern times, but it just seems a little weird to me to think that Nuwa also created him in modern times. Just because it seems like all the celestial beings just don't really interact with the modern world. What's up with Shadowpeach? So, something y'all should know about me is that I'm a friggin' sucker for immortal couples. So, of course Shadowpeach hooked me in. But I swear to Buddha, if the creators reveal that they're biologically related in this version, I will proceed to descend into the Shadow Realm. Anyway, what I'm hoping for in Season 5 is an episode that's solely dedicated to Wukong and Macaque looking back on their memories and apologizing to each other. I want an episode that's similar to the one from Adventure Time, where Bubblegum and Marceline were in a cave looking back on their memories they made.
Your tag! We actually found it. Man, your handwriting hasn't changed at all. Still as prissy and prim as... What? Hey, whoa, wait.
And I predict that if we do get an episode like that, it'll probably be really awkward and uncomfortable. By the way, if this ship isn't your cup of tea, that's completely fine. Just don't show hate to me or others in the comments. To each their own ship, as I say. Will there be better queer representation? Okay, so I know Pigsy and Tang are basically married, especially with Tang being the most gay-coded character in LEGO history ever. Well, aside from Cole. But nothing in the show has been explicitly said. So I'm guessing that this will be the season where someone comes out in some way. I don't know who will, but someone's probably gonna. And it doesn't even have to be blunt. It can just be like, I've never been into girls and I don't know why. And then another character patting them on the shoulder and saying, that's okay, everyone's different. But also, I'm really hoping that there will be a cross-dressing episode with MK and Red Sun. With Red Sun completely owning it, since she's confirmed to go by any pronouns. But MK being very uncomfortable with it, mostly because I headcanon him as trans-mask, with evidence of course, since I don't really like headcanoning stuff unless there's evidence for it. Maybe Red Sun will be like, I don't understand why mortals are so uncomfortable with this kind of thing. They're just pieces of cloth. And MK might say something like, it's just complicated, alright? But I think if MK did come out to Red Sun, it should be off camera, Because I know for a fact that an in-your-face rep will get this show cancelled immediately, and I'm not about to have another Owl House situation. Who will be the second main focus? If there's one thing that Journey to the West is known for, it's curses. Everyone is getting cursed in that world. So I had this theory that Red Sun has a curse on their face. Hear me out. Maybe the scar on his face isn't just that, but a marking of some kind. A curse that hasn't come into effect yet. Red Sun is only 420 years old after all, which is like a year to an immortal. So it would make sense if the curse would only come into effect now. Honestly, I'm just really hoping for a Red Sun focus season. Okay, this next part is less theory and more fanfiction territory, so get ready. I just really want a scene where Red Sun is falling from the sky, fully convinced that they're gonna die, since he's barely conscious and too weak to save herself. But then MK swoops in full avatar state. Monkey mode. Catches Red Sun bridal style and lands sort of stumbly on the ground. MK then hands Red Sun's limp body to May, and then flies off to take revenge on the enemy for doing whatever they did to Red Sun. Imagine if someone actually animated that. Can we get more of May's ancestors? I'm very curious to the history of May's 1,000 times great-grandparents' history, because we know that there were 2 separate dragon tribes. Also, we literally only saw May's parents for a few seconds, so I really want an episode where there's some sort of family reunion between May's family and her distant sea dragon family, and I'm thinking maybe May will be the one to initiate it. But the whole time the families are just being passive-aggressive to each other, which causes May to get angry and storm off, because she wanted to host this reunion so that the families could connect again, not so they could just continue having tension. And she could say something like, "Why can't you guys just talk to each other about it instead of bottling up these feelings for centuries?" And I'm thinking it's similar to that one episode of Steven Universe where Steven wanted to take Garnet out on a trip to have some fun, but all Garnet did was argue with herself the whole time. For context, Garnet is a fusion between Ruby and Sapphire, and Steven got upset because he wanted to spend time with them, but all they did was argue with each other. And of course they apologized to him and to each other. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna let you guys go. My next video is most likely gonna be on Good Omens, but no promises. Toodaloodles. It's only 41 seconds of your time, so please and thanks. Fuck. Gosh. Well, Lego Monkie Kid, Season